I'm Molly Whitehead. I'm with Boone County Economic Development Corporation. I'm here with Scott Benning with MonoSol, and today we just wanted to have a brief chat about your company and specifically about some of your efforts in Boone County. So thanks for joining me today.
My pleasure.
Well, so Scott, tell me a little bit about MonoSol, who your company is, what you do, where you're located.
Well, we are located throughout Indiana, but also over in Europe and in Japan. We're part of a greater organization called Carrare Group out of Japan. MonoSol is an independent company that was founded in 1953 in Northwest Indiana. And long time after founding the company, I joined in almost 30 years ago, actually over 30 years ago, and ended up buying the company from our old parent company called Chris-Craft Industries in the year 2000, and I've been running the company ever since, and had the opportunity to merge with Carrare for a lot of strategic reasons back in 2012, and I continue to run the organization. Having fun, growing like crazy, as evidenced by our facility recently installed in Lebanon, Indiana. We have locations in Portage, two factories in Portage, another one in LaPorte, Indiana, one in England in the Midlands, kind of near Birmingham. And we have facilities in Germany and Frankfurt, and we also have manufacturing over in Japan as well. And our headquarters are in Maryville, Indiana. And the latest addition to our team is the Lebanon group that we're very, very proud of, that we opened up about 6 to 10 months ago.
Yep. So tell me, what does MonoSol make? How would people know?
Okay, so we're probably best known if you go to a cocktail party and somebody said, "Did you ever see Tide Pods, or did you ever use Cascade?" And you can say, well, MonoSol is in Lebanon, and they make all of the soluble film for those products. That's what we're best known for. We're also have been embedded in the construction industry in making release films for things like Corian and Cambria and any artificial marble, acrylic, or engineered stone that's out there. We are the supplier of the release film that's used for that. We also make hospital laundry bags that are soluble, that we've been doing that for a long time. And the biggest market for that is the UK, where we are the sole source to the NHS, the National Health Service, and also over in Japan. And we also sell many bags like that in the United States. Do all kinds of other things, but those are the big things that we're known for, or that we assimilate to because of from a consumer perspective.
Okay, good. So let's talk about Lebanon for a little bit. You've only been here for a short period of time. Why did you consider moving to the area? What drew you here?
We've had great success through the years being Hoosiers. That was one thing. We've had very good relationships with the people that run the state of Indiana, the federal representatives that are in Indiana representing us on the federal side. And we've just had a good experience, and frankly, the workers are good. And when we looked at where should we build a facility, we had to look at where our customers were and where we are as a headquarters and the size of the business. And we were able to now make a step where we're not 20 minutes away to a facility, we're 2 hours away. Mm-hmm. But we are also within a couple hours of some of our largest customers. It's very clear, people know that we are a big supplier, an important partner with Procter & Gamble, and with their facilities in Ohio, in and around the Cincinnati area, down into St. Louis. The Lebanon facility was great because it put us within 2 hours of many of their big manufacturing facilities.
Good. So we'll shift gears for a little bit. MonoSol made a significant contribution to our Boone County Small Business Economic Relief Fund. We set that up just a couple of weeks ago, really, to provide loans. They were $5,000. Actually, now with a contribution from the city of Lebanon last night, we're actually increasing that amount to $10,000 per loan to hopefully make a much larger impact. But that provides loans to small businesses during this crisis time. And we're very grateful for the support, but wanted to talk to you about why it was important for you, for MonoSol, to invest in Boone County in this particular way, especially during the time of crisis?
Um, I guess it's an investment. In some respects. I mean, we think about giving back. I mean, look at where we started. I mean, we had 22 people when I joined the company in 1989, and now we have 800 or 900, I think. And it took step-by-step entrepreneurial moves. And we were a small business for a long time. And I remember when I struggled very in difficult times with recessions and what have you, to try to make sure we keep the doors open and keep your employees going and continue to innovate. So we're giving back largely because we can. We've started to give back in a lot of ways with various people in need, and sometimes you look and say, okay, we've got to take care of frontline workers, we got to take care of our food pantries and keep people fed. But if these small businesses don't thrive, we're going to have other problems on our hands. So we felt that this was a great thing that you guys put together. We wanted to be part of it.
Perfect, perfect. Well, what are some of those other ways that you would suggest local companies give back to their community, the benefits that they might see of doing that if they're not already giving back in some capacity?
Well, I guess I look at it this way. I've mentioned, let's say 800 employees, and think about their families and then the people they touch and every contractor and every service provider we have. And you start getting into thousands and thousands of people that you have a potential of impacting with whatever you do in the community. We tend to really focus on food pantries and keeping children fed and families fed, because if you can't eat, you can't do much. And so we've really put a lot of energy there, and it doesn't take much. I'll give you an example. We have a group in our company that I guess specializes in running these fundraisers and contests and what have you. We had one recently where, and we've done this before, peanut butter. Peanut butter is a great thing at food pantries, and people could use it. It's got protein and whatever. But we've had contests on which facility can bring in more peanut butter. And believe it or not, Lebanon actually won as a new entity and just finished up several weeks ago. They were the winner of the contest. We give prizes out, what have you, but it gets people invested in the community as well and how we're doing what we're doing. Habitat for Humanity, shelters, things like that. If you don't support the infrastructure of the local region, you're going to have a tough time operating there as a business. So that's where we kind of go to the most hard hit or the most needy aspects of the communities and try to support them.
Good. Well, that's something we've tried to get across to a lot of companies, both new and existing companies, to say, not only giving back is it the right thing to do, but it's a fantastic way to engage your employees. That helps build employee retention. At the end of the day, to work for a company that they can not only give back with, but they see getting involved in their own community, and a company that cares, that matters to people at the end of the day.
And I'll give you another example. During this pandemic crisis, I actually talked to the mayors of all the cities that we're in, and I was very impressed with their attitude was, what can they do to help our company? But I was calling to see what we could do to help them. So it was a really cool match to have that type of conversation. And the first thing they did mention, every one of them, is the food pantries, that they were going dry and they couldn't get supplies. And so we helped. We took that further and had a lot of our employees, having built this into the bit of our culture as a company, many of the employees came back and said, hey, I'm getting stimulus money and I'm working and I don't need it. What can I do? And so we put a double matching program together. And it's amazing how much money people are giving back of their stimulus money that MonoSol is double matching to go put a fund together to help these types of causes. And in the end of the day, it's not that much money to a corporation. It's not that much money to individuals, but boy, it means a heck of a lot to the people that are in need. So we're doing those types of things. And I have to say that the folks in our new facility in Lebanon have really stepped forward in that area too.
Good. Good. Well, shifting gears back to just business, can you talk a little bit about now and moving forward, what safety and health looks like? How are you ensuring workplace safety at your facilities?
It is obviously a never-ending battle that we're going to be facing. we got out ahead of this thing, I think, as much as one could. We ended air travel very quickly and visits and meetings, probably the first week of March, actually. We then were able to get thermometers, I think, before there was a run on them, and started doing temperature checks of everybody coming or going in the facility. We immediately put people on work from home.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're trying to figure out how do we undo those things. And I actually went to our facilities last Friday, our headquarters, to walk through with two other gentlemen to figure out how are we going to do this. And with the people that we have, how many people can we safely have in that building at one time? And we've come up with a scheme. And then what do we do when people can't social distance? We have to have masks. There's going to be gloves. There's going to be hand sanitizer. There's going to be signage everywhere. There's new rules on how we use the kitchens, whether it's a cup of coffee or a bring from home lunch or what have you. So we're having to reevaluate every step of the way. And we're going to continue to do the things that got us through to where we are today. I think that we'll continue to take temperatures, and we're going to preach and enable the social distancing. The masks are going to be used when you can't social distance. And a lot of this comes down to respect for other people. You know that the masks aren't helping you, they're helping the other person by and large. And I think when I look around, and right now I'd say there's probably about 80% of the people that I see or come in contact with, as little as we're moving out and about, that are complying and courteous and caring. And we have to work on that small percentage of people that think that this isn't what it is. And I'm not sure where we're going to be going forward, but my number one goal is to make sure my people are safe. And in addition to that, we need to service the industries, because we are an essential business.
Mm-hmm.
Servicing the cleaning and sanitizing and hospital bags and what have you. We've had to muscle through and find a way to work in this environment. And I would just encourage, everybody, as they start to come back, to sort of quote our governor, I think yesterday. He said, we want to be first and the best. He said, I'm getting back to work. We're not going to be first. We're going to be slow, and we're going to take it easy. We were out in front of this thing, and I think from MonoSol perspective, I'm hoping that people are cautious and they take the time to really take a look at their circumstances and do what's best for the people, so that we don't have a rebound of this thing and we're back to where we started again.
Right. Good. Well, Scott, thank you so much for your time and for everything that MonoSol's been doing just to aid our community and just be an employer of choice in the area. We really appreciate it.
I'm looking forward to being able to reschedule our grand opening that was supposed to be in a couple of weeks, and seeing you guys down there soon.
Yeah, we look forward to celebrating with you for sure.
Take care, and God bless you guys.
Hey, thanks so much. We'll see ya.